Good morning. Look at my cute little coffee mug. And I'm also wearing this little hand chain today. I got it on Amazon and it's kind of cute and I like it. Anyways, last night before bed, I saw this video and I knew the minute I woke up, it had to be my first thing to do today. It was a video of a 21-year-old girl crying, right? And the caption was like, I just feel so behind, like I'm not getting a job because I didn't go to college and I live with my parents and I should be like moved out and getting engaged. I'm almost 22. Let me hold your beautiful, delicate hand when I say this. You should not be getting engaged at 22. From personal experience. Now, every situation is different. If you guys have been together for years, you're high school sweethearts, do what you want. But it shouldn't be in a way that's like you're rushing because you feel behind. You don't need to not live with your parents. If your parents give you a place to live, please take that. Don't waste money on rent unless you have to. Our generation is stuck on social media. So we see the percent of people, by the way, this is the percent of people that are making millions of dollars at 21. Okay? And to help you out even more with the fact, I'm going to tell you, I was a TikToker. I did TikTok for 3 years. I went to college when I was 19 years old. I decided to drop out because I started blowing up on TikTok. So then I did TikTok for 3 years, almost, the 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4 years. It was like my full-time job. You could say, some people like to say that I fell off or whatever. I had to then move forward with my life and do an actual job. And I decided to go back to school. I went back to school in 2023. I am now 25. I graduate this December, 2025, with my bachelor's degree in biology. And then I plan on pursuing another 4 years of college. 2 to 4 years of college, okay? So I won't be done until I'm 32. I very happily live with my family because I don't have to pay rent. Through the grace of God, through the goodness of their hearts. I did decide to get engaged when I was 22, and it was a terrible mistake. Awful mistake, bad job, not good. Outside of that situation, I can tell you, I understand completely what you feel like you should be doing at that age. Like when you're 21, everyone's on TikTok, all the people are stay-at-home moms, everyone's making so much money on TikTok. You can do it, just buy this program, I'll teach you how to make $200 a freaking second, like all this stuff. Not real. We need to go outside and we need to sniff grass. And we need to realize that the percent of people is this much that we're watching on TikTok. There are so many people out in the world that are just like you. They're just like you. They're just like us. There's so many people that are normal. And it's not a bad thing to be normal. It's not. In my state, the average age to move out, because I live in a very expensive state, is 30 years old. 30 years old. Seeing this girl crying because she felt like she was behind when I also felt the same exact way when I was 21 is it's so heartbreaking because you are exactly where you need to be. You're figuring it out. You're confused and you're trying, and that's what's important. You're trying. You're putting in the effort. You want a good life for yourself, a good future for yourself. That's all that matters. I swear, you're perfect the way that you are. And this up and down, the rain, you need the rain to see the rainbow. Right? Be your own sun in this energy, in this moment that you're having in your life. Like that's where you build like who you are as a person. Like this is what's going to shape you, how you handle this, you know? Don't shy away from feeling confused because that's what life is. And I think a lot of us just rush to our deaths. We rush to the end. The story when we're married and we have kids, but that's the middle of your story. Don't waste the beginning. This is the fun part. Okay, and I get how that might sound. I get how, because I've been not having so much fun sometimes. So I understand. But don't rush your story. You know, it's all about the journey, not the destination, you know? Don't feel rushed. Don't rush yourself. You're exactly where you need to be. Take it day by day. And when in doubt, get a sweet treat. Get yourself a sweet treat. I love Rice Krispies. Get yourself a Rice Krispie treat. It's going to be okay, okay? Love you. Love yourself too. Does anybody wish they could talk to that one therapist just one more time? I want to talk to him so bad. I literally called the other day, like I stopped seeing him because I lost my health insurance and they wanted like $200 an hour and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. It's just not worth it for me right now. I was doing good because he helped me so much and I just really wish I could talk to him again. So I called and I was like, I will pay $200. This is like 2.5 years later. I'm like, I will pay just to like tell him that like I am finally graduating. I just want him to know that I'm okay and that I'm doing good. And they said he's not there anymore. Oh, I just want him to know that I'm doing okay. And don't make me sound like that crazy girl that's obsessed with her freaking therapist. Okay, because it ain't like that. It ain't like that. He's married. I want to tell him that I am finally in a good relationship. I'm about to be 2 years into a relationship that I do keep private and hidden, which is honestly, well, not private, but like, publicly private, whatever that is. But yeah, do you ever just wish you could just tell them, like, girl, I got out of that. I did. I got out of that. I really did. I'm good. I did it. I did it. If you ever see this, I did it. I have come to terms with the fact that some people think that living with your parents in your 20s is something to be ashamed of. This is like a bed and breakfast for me, boo. I'm currently studying for my MCAT, and I called my mom. I said, this test is 7.5 hours. Like, please, can you just handle breakfast and lunch for me so that I eat while I'm doing this? And she's like, okay, well, I'll make you a smoothie when I get home, and then I'll figure out lunch for you. Like, I'm not leaving this bitch. Like, she might need to start making it harder because I don't feel the need to leave. But I don't think she wants me to leave either, because when me and my boyfriend left for a trip recently, we were gone for like a week, my mom called me every day saying, I'm bored. There's nothing to do here. What do I do? I have no one to eat dinner with. The minute we drove the 8.5 hours back and our wheels hit the driveway, she had the electric scooters ready so that we could scoot to downtown and get dinner together. All of us together. I don't know why people make it something to be ashamed of. I live with my mommy. Proudly. Proud motherfucking-ly. And I love her. And it's the best. I don't have to pay rent. And she cooks. It's literally the best. And when I cry, I just go into my mommy's room. And she rubs my head. I mean, it's going to be real hard to get me out of here, mommy. It's going to be real hard. If you can, of course, because I know a lot of people can't live with their parents because they want you out. But, if you can and you have parents that love you and are, like, willing to have you stay so you can save up money to buy a house one day in this motherfucking economy, I'm just saying, don't be ashamed of it. Love your parents and be grateful for the situation that you have. This is for all the people in your 20s, because I know everything is starting to change for you. I'm talking like 25, okay? Like mid-20s to late 20s, because shit is just getting different. It's just getting a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. I just had to text my friend because I'm so content right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. I get up at 5 a.m. on the days that I have to go to class and go to work, okay? Do I want to get up at 5 a.m.? Absolutely the fuck not. No, I don't. But I do anyways because I'm thinking about my future self. I'm thinking about Malia right now at 1 o'clock that's so freaking happy right now. I got up at 5 a.m. I went to the gym. Then I commuted an hour to go to school, and class started at 8 a.m. Okay, in this daylight savings changing time really, really makes that more difficult. Then I went to tutoring at 11, and now I'm home. I drove an hour back, and I am home. Okay, and it is 1 o'clock. I ate my leftover pasta from last night, and I get a 2-hour long nap. But guess what? I don't start my nap until 2 o'clock. Okay? It is only 1:16. I get 40 minutes to watch television. Okay? Like, I get 40. You guys, are you understanding? I get 40 minutes to wiggle my toes around in this little bed. Okay? Until I have to go to work. I get 2 hours of a nappy nap time. Okay? I took out my contacts for my nap, okay? I am so content and proud of myself, and it's just because I think about my future self. I'm thinking about Malia. Temporary satisfaction will get you nowhere. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered right now. Everything is great. I love it here. Ooh, my toes are wiggling. This is good. This is good. This is good. This is for all the people in your 20s, because I know everything is starting to change for you. I'm talking like 25, okay? Like mid-20s to late 20s, because shit is just getting different. It's just getting a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. I just had to text my friend because I'm so content right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. I get up at 5 a.m. on the days that I have to go to class and go to work, okay? Do I want to get up at 5 a.m.? Absolutely the fuck not. No, I don't. But I do anyways because I'm thinking about my future self. I'm thinking about Malia right now at 1 o'clock that's so freaking happy right now. I got up at 5 a.m. I went to the gym. Then I commuted an hour to go to school, and class started at 8 a.m. Okay, in this daylight savings changing time really, really makes that more difficult. Then I went to tutoring at 11, and now I'm home. I drove an hour back, and I am home. Okay, and it is 1 o'clock. I ate my leftover pasta from last night, and I get a 2-hour long nap. But guess what? I don't start my nap until 2 o'clock. okay? It is only 1:16. I get 40 minutes to watch television, okay? Like, I get 40. You guys, are you understanding? I get 40 minutes to wiggle my toes around in this little bed, okay? Until I have to go to work. I get 2 hours of a nappy nap time, okay? I took out my contacts for my nap, okay? I am so content and proud of myself, and it's just because I think about my future self. I'm thinking about Malia. Temporary satisfaction will get you nowhere. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered right now. Everything is great. I love it here. Oh, my toes are wiggling. This is good. This is good. This is good. This video is for all the retired bitches, okay? Like confrontational, angry motherfuckers. Present. For me, it is such a weird thing growing up and realizing like, hey, I don't have to be so aggressive when I'm like dealing with things in my life. Like, how about we just take a breath and pause before we say, you fat bitch? Why don't we just clock it, pause, take a walk, okay? You know what I mean? However, also look at my cute mug. However, I am now extremely uncomfortable with confrontation. If I have a thought, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. If something has upset me, I'm not going to say a thing. I'm not going to say a thing. Something can happen right in front of my face that I disagree with, and I'm going to smile. Because there is no in between. I have to shut my mouth to protect your ass. Yeah, believe it or not, I'm out here protecting people so much from my old self that my new self doesn't ever get to express her damn self. Communication, how do I do that? It's like there's an on and off button, and then there's a smile silently. And I'm in the smile silently category, okay? Because I will either freak the fuck out and tweak out on some crazy shit, you know? Or I'm gonna be too nice and be a doormat. How do I get the in between? How can I feel confident in expressing myself while also being like gracious and kind? You know what I mean? Like Jesus says time and time again in the Bible, like if someone slaps you, turn your other cheek. But like, when is it okay for me to say I don't like that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, when is it okay for me to express myself, and how do I do it in a positive way where I'm not being defensive or aggressive? You know what I mean? It's just all a lot, okay? And I'm doing my best, but like, damn, why can't I just fucking tell a fucking bitch to go fuck herself? Why can't I say that? Why can't I do that? Okay? And why, if I do it now, will I feel such deep anxiety and regret? Like, I used to not give a fuck. Not one fuck. I'll tell you to fuck yourself, and I'll tell your mama to fuck herself. Tell your little sister too, I didn't give a damn. Now, I feel that I've raised my tone, and I want to make sure that you're okay. Are you okay? Did me expressing my feelings upset you? I'm very sorry. Is there anything I can do? Okay, how do you explain to someone that you don't want a $300 meal? Like everyone for like a fancy dinner, for like a special occasion, a $500 meal. No, run that shit back and make me some Kraft mac and cheese. I want some chicken nuggies, okay? Find a way to make me a McDonald's quarter pounder, but healthy. Okay, then go to a vintage store and find me a wine glass that reminds you of my silhouette, a wine glass that reminds you of my eye color, a wine glass with some butterflies on it. Okay, take me waterfront. Take me to the beach. Take me to see some water, have some sun on my cheeks, some wind in my hair. Fill that bitch with some apple juice and some sparkling water, because we want to be fancy, we want to be cute, we want to keep it cute. Okay? And I can taste it. Let's do diamond art on the water while listening to an audiobook. That is so... There's nothing better. Everybody wants to have a $500 dinner. I get my to-go box the minute my food hits the table. I don't want to be there. You want me to get into some nice heels and a nice dress? Why? This is my time off. If I'm spending time with you, this is my time off. This is my relaxation time. And you want me in a nice dress and heels with makeup caked on my face I know I'm going to have to come home to and do a whole hour-long skin routine to make sure that I don't get pimples from it? I would rather just be waterfront in some jammies, okay? And that is just what it's going to be. Another thing, I love my room. I don't want to go. Do you see these lights in my room? I love colors. You don't see them lights at the restaurants. I got pink over here in this corner. I got purple and blue that goes in like a rainbow swirl behind my television. I got some shit that matches the beat. And that come over there. Why would I have purple in the shower. Like, I like to sit here in the dark and just look. Oh, not to mention the skylight. The ceiling has colors on it, okay? I don't want to be anywhere else but here. So, yeah. But if you don't offer to take me to a nice restaurant, then I'll hate you too. So, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Just a daily reminder for all my overthinkers and all my overanalyzers. You cannot worry about Monday on Tuesday, and you cannot worry about Wednesday on Tuesday. Focus on what you can control today and give the rest to the Lord. And pray. Be nice to yourself. Drink your water. If you think he's not listening, he is. If you think he's far away, he's not. Sometimes these moments of silence, these moments where you feel like you've plateaued, are the growth. They are the next step to get to where you want to be. The Lord is with you always, baby. And the broken, the crumbled, the hurt are the blessed. You're doing great. Love you. Can someone let me know when it went from, can you ask your mom if we can have a sleepover tonight, to the message I just sent my friend? Quote, okay, I know we're doing Valentine's Day, the 13th of February, but do you want to hang out on January 23rd as well? Please let me know at your earliest convenience. And my first thought was like, shit, I'm getting old. Like, damn, that is an old ass statement to make. Like, I'm just trying to see my bitches once a month at least, okay? And now I'm realizing I love my schedule. Nothing makes me as tingly as a nice, clean cut schedule, okay? I'm talking when I'm cooking, when I'm meal prepping, every single workout class, all of the activities I'm doing, every single page I'm studying. I love a schedule. So you babies let me know. Just a daily reminder for all my overthinkers and all my overanalyzers. You cannot worry about Monday on Tuesday, and you cannot worry about Wednesday on Tuesday. Focus on what you can control today and give the rest to the Lord. And pray. Be nice to yourself. Drink your water. If you think he's not listening, he is. If you think he's far away, he's not. Sometimes these moments of silence, these moments where you feel like you've plateaued, are the growth. They are the next step to get to where you want to be. The Lord is with you always, baby. And the broken, the crumbled, the hurt are the blessed. You're doing great. Love you. At church the other day, I feel like my pastor said something so amazing that I just wanted to share, even though my face is like drying up right now. He was talking about how every single one of us has a gift. Believe it or not, the devil will get in your head and the devil will tell you that you are not capable, that you are not special, that there's nothing that you have to offer, and that is a lie. That is a lie. I've struggled so much looking at myself in the mirror and telling myself that my thoughts are not real. I cannot just rely on my human understanding. The Bible says that time and time again. I cannot just rely on my human understanding for things that are far beyond me. God gave you a gift when he individually picked you out, okay? And you have to ask yourself, when you're moving in your day-to-day life, are you building your own kingdom? Or are you building the kingdom that society is telling you that you should build? Or are you building God's kingdom? I'm kind of tired of bearing my gifts. I don't really know exactly what it is yet, but I told the girls we're going to get shovels, and we're going to have a girls' night, and we're just going to start fucking digging, okay? Because I believe that there is a purpose for me, and I believe there's a fucking purpose for you too, okay? And God knows it for sure. So stop thinking that you're not capable. Stop thinking that you aren't qualified. Stop thinking that you can't actually do something that makes a difference. He also said that when you don't use your gift, you're creating a gap, because you are the only one that can fulfill that part. You're the only one that can do that thing that you were put here to do. Even if you don't know what it is, you are the only one that's capable of doing it. So I just hope that we all start digging, okay? Like girls' night, shovels, who's about it? So So last night was girls' night, and it's the three of us, right? So me and one of the girls, we go to church together. We love talking about Jesus. We love God. Like, yes, amen. And then the other girl, I love her, and she is just kind of like teetering on the edge. She like doesn't know what she believes. She doesn't know if that's real. She doesn't know if that's what she wants to go towards. And she's completely entitled to that. Her own experiences, her own journey, figuring out what's best for her, what feels good, right? But that doesn't stop me and my friend from talking about Jesus with her. So I think it's kind of cute because she always listens and is so respectful, and like she'll ask questions, and it's just amazing. But one of the things I noticed that so many people do when you're talking about Christianity is they say, well, y'all judge. Y'all are some judging MFers, okay? Why would I want to be a part of a group that's telling me what I can and cannot do with my body, who I can and can't be with, when I can date someone, like how I'm supposed to act, how I'm supposed to dress, how I'm supposed to feel? And I completely understand it. And I immediately pulled this up for her because... Have you guys never seen this? Many people reject Jesus because of bad experiences with religious people, but here's the thing. Jesus had bad experiences with religious people too. In fact, they killed them. People will let you down, but Jesus will not. Jesus himself says repeatedly, I always say if you're starting to read the Bible, you need to start with Matthew. I don't care what anyone says, you need to start with Matthew. Because if you start anywhere else in the Bible, it tells you to just have faith in God. But if you are not close with God, I'll make a different video on that. Jesus says time and time again, to the religious people, you guys are hypocrites. How are you going to use God to beat people down, to bash people, to make them feel bad about themselves, to judge them? That is not the Christian way. But so many people do that, okay? And honestly, I think the internet has made the more extreme people very loud, okay? I think a lot of Christians are just minding their business, truthfully. They're seeking God in the quietness of the morning and in the quietness of the evening. Like, they're minding their business and they're keeping themselves happy. They're growing in their faith. And I think it is something that isn't as talked about. I think especially on like TikTok and the internet, everyone is just screaming in your face, like pushing opinions down your throat. So I can understand. I truly can understand why people feel this way. But I just want to show you guys that because I think it's such a beautiful thing to think about and maybe consider. And then I do think you should read Matthew at least once in your life and then make your opinions from there and make your decisions from there. Love you. Bye.
I need someone to answer who is interested in women.
She's 6'7". Do you know the population of 6'7" lesbians on the planet? Yay big. In 2021, I was on a mission to find all the tall lesbians. Like, I'm pretty sure I slid in every single tall lesbian's DMs. Like, hey, like, what state do you live in? I'm coming. Like, you hear about tall girls dating tall guys even though they're toxic just because they're tall. And it's like, oh, I can't date a tall guy. Is literally the same thing. Oh, lessons to be learned from this. Number 1, height means nothing. And number 2, love bombing is real. Love bombing is real. When my ex went out and got a fucking tattoo on my face at 2 weeks, I was suspicious. But I just was like, okay, he's really in love. Bitch, like, be so serious. When it moves too fast, it's not gonna last. Okay, remember that. I think I know something that would heal all of us, like really quickly. I think we need to go into the bathroom, look at ourselves in the mirror, and have our 8-year-old selves hype us up. Like, seriously, like, the amount of anxiety and self-doubt that I have in my 20s is so much higher than I had when I was, like, 8 years old. When I was 8 years old, I walked around knowing I was a queen. Not thinking, knowing. There wasn't a question. I just posted an Instagram photo and I literally got such bad anxiety. I was like, oh my god. I need to delete that immediately. Oh my god. And my younger self, when I was like 10 years old, took a photo shoot in my room with my Mac. Like, remember? 3, 2, 1, pose. All right. 3, 2, 1, pose. And I couldn't find a picture I didn't like. I posted 150 on Facebook that day. And I'm tripping about a selfie. Bitch, you better own it. You better work it today and own it. That's insane. We need to go get hyped up by our young selves because I swear they would think that we're so awesome and so cool. And you know what? They would just want a hug. And they want to be like, you promise that's us? You promise? Yeah. I'm taking her for ice cream. I wonder how many times in my life I have been a stumbling block to Jesus and his path for me. I know a while ago I made a video saying that, do you really believe that you're strong enough to mess up God's plans for you? The answer is no. I don't think we can be strong enough to mess up God's plans for us. But right now I'm in Matthew 16:23. This is where Jesus is talking to Peter, and he's saying, like, I'm gonna go through suffering and I'm gonna die, and then I'm gonna rise in 3 days. And Peter, who was just given the keys to the kingdom of heaven, looks at him and says, no. He rebukes it completely. He's like, absolutely not. And it says in here, Jesus turns to Peter and says, get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me. You do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns. And I just need to talk about that. So it just makes me wonder how many times I have been my own little stumbling block in my life, in my path. How many times I'm making it more difficult on myself. Matthew 6:25 says, do not worry. I always worry. I always worry. Right here it says, you of little faith, why did you doubt? Why did you doubt? Even when he says, Satan, get behind me, I did a little research. I did the Bible Reef app, which kind of gives you like a little bit more context in between certain like passages. And it said that it's believed that he was speaking to Satan and like the thoughts that were getting into Peter's head to say, no, that's not right. Like, you just got into the kingdom of heaven and you're like, buddy, what? Jesus, no, you're not dying. Your human need to say that like this cannot happen is blocking a path far greater than any one of us. So I just think that's something to ponder. Are you blocking anything? Are we blocking things when we need to just have more faith and not worry and let it go? Do we truly believe our little tiny cute adorable human brains? It even says the very hairs on our head are counted. Do we really believe that we know everything and that we can do it all? I don't want to block. So I pray and I hope that none of us are our own little stumbling stones. Okay, love you, bye. Does anyone think about the fact that secondhand embarrassment literally comes from like something that you've done? Like everyone's like, I'm so secondhand embarrassed from this, because yeah, you've done something embarrassing like that, probably. Like when I see something and I'm like, oh, that's so embarrassing. It like in my head, I'm not even thinking about your situation. I'm thinking about me when I've done that. For example, this girl posted something on her Instagram, like notes. I didn't even know people literally use that, but I never looked, but it just like popped up. And it was like, when you figure out who someone really is. And I literally was like, that is so embarrassing. Like, why would you post that? Like, why would you post that? And it is because, look at this. This photo. I had to search up your loss to find the photo because this was like in 2015, but it's this photo. Because I used to sub on my like Snapchat story all the time. So I wasn't even thinking about her being like embarrassing and weird. I'm thinking about this. So if anyone ever says like, that's so cringe, like you're so cringy, it's like them thinking about themselves. My favorite thing about women is the way that we handle pain. The way that women take pain, own it, handle it, and keep pushing. It is so powerful. It is literally so powerful. In life, men and women go through things. We go through trauma. We go through dark sadness. At the end of the day, everyone wants that happy ending, right? You want that happy ending. I personally like the mud. I like all the muddy, dirty, disgusting steps I've had to take and go through to get there. Every single tear I shed has sprouted something new for me. I think that the entire part of life and our existence is to go through the mud. Go through the mud and find the good things. Go through the mud, step on a needle, step on whatever the fuck's there, and keep going and keep pushing. Put one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. I think women do this to such an extent of beauty because like you go through it and you still smile. You go through it and you still look beautiful. You go through it and you still look adorable. You look cute. You go through it and you still hold space for your friend. You go through it and you're still wanting to be a nurturer. You still want to comfort other people with everything that you have going on. That's fucking fantastic. That is the most beautiful thing in the world. That is fucking awesome. Like, that is literally awesome. We rip our bodies apart to create life. The pain that we have to handle and bear during childbirth to be able to create beauty. Like, I love women. I love women. How dare you go through something that awful and just make it better every single fucking time? That's insane. That is incredible. That is incredible. If you're going through the mud right now, stay in it. Start twirling around and dance in it, baby. You are exactly where you need to be, and you are so powerful. It's just getting better. You're just getting better. You're getting better just every day. You're just doing so good, and you're just good, and you're great, and you're fucking awesome, and you're strong, and you're powerful. And I thought about this before I went to bed, and I was like, I need to just get this out. Women are so powerful. What the fuck? What the fuck? I love you. Have a good day. Do you think you're strong enough to mess up God's plans? Huh? Do you think you're strong enough to mess up the plans God has for you? I went to my first women's workshop, and that's what Stacey said, and I was like, drop mic right now. If you struggle with anxiety or just self-doubt in general, and you think like, okay, of course you messed that up, or why even try this because you're gonna mess that up too, or wow, you can't change that mistake that you made and you're gonna be tied to it for the rest of your damn life, think about that. Are you truly strong enough to mess up the plans that God has for you? Everything that you've gone through, every tear, every mistake, every amount of anger that you've ever felt is being used for you, not against you. Do not let your mind trick you. Do not let your mind trick you into thinking that you're lost, because you're not. You're exactly where you need to be. You can be confused. You could not know right from left. Right from left, it doesn't matter. They say that God has walked before you, behind you, and he's walking right by your side right now. So don't for a second think that you're alone. You're not. Yeah. Cool, right? All right, love you. Bye.